David Harbour is getting candid about how protective he is over Millie Bobby Brown. So what did he have to say about knowing her before the quote fame hit? Let's get into it. David Harbour just opened up during an episode of the That Scene with Dan Patrick podcast, giving listeners details on the fatherly bond he's built with his Stranger Things co-star Millie Bobby Brown. The duo has been working together since the series started back in 2016. David told the podcast, quote, "Millie and I have always had sort of a special relationship because I knew her when she was so young." He also talked about what it was like to know a younger Millie, adding, quote, "I knew her before any of this big fame hit." As fans of their Supernatural series know, David plays Police Chief Jim Hopper, who is also an adoptive father figure to Millie's character Eleven. And it turns out their daughter-father dynamic on the show carries into the real world as well. David shared how his deep paternal feelings for Millie play out off-screen, sharing, quote, "I have a real protective feeling for her. I have a real, worry." Millie was just 12 years old when the first season of Stranger Things premiered on Netflix and has spent most of her teenage years in the limelight. He continued, "I worry about her and the fame and all that she has to struggle with, and I've just always felt this kind of deep fatherly affection for her." David also talked about his character development for this coming season of Stranger Things, sharing that he hopes to balance the dad gene with being a warrior in new episodes. He shared, quote, "One of the interesting things about Hopper this season, although you do see a lot of that fatherly stuff, is I did want to take him back into the warrior realm because there's something as you get to be the dad role where, it's a bit like the dad gene." He also explained how playing the dad could be rough sometimes, adding, quote, "You start to become less of a viable presence in the world. They're more like, oh, dad, like someone who people are humiliated by, and I'm not quite ready for that. I still want to be, a presence." Speaking of being embarrassed by your dad, fans have gotten a front row seat to Millie and David's familial relationship in the past. Earlier this year, she totally called him out for sharing Stranger Things spoilers while he was on Instagram Live. David was relaxing in his trailer between scenes and sharing a little too much info with fans when Millie joined him on the live laughing and joking, quote, "Get off of live and go back to work. You're getting a phone call from Netflix right now." Millie clearly sees David as a fatherly figure. As many fans recall, she even paid tribute to her on-screen dad for Father's Day earlier this year. After thanking her actual dad for, quote, "all the giggles," Millie posted a photo with David on set to her Instagram stories, wishing him a happy Father's Day by sharing, quote, "and of course," before tagging him. David reposted the photo to his stories as well, sharing, quote, "Love you, kid." It's great to see someone looking out for Millie on and off screen. For more on Stranger Things, click right over here for another clever news video. Then hop to the comments and let me know all your thoughts on Millie and David's father-daughter relationship. And how excited are you for season 4 of Stranger Things? As always, I'm your host, Renee Ariel. You can follow me on socials at Renee Ariel, and I'll see you next time.